Battery.
Full charge.
Signal.
Strong and broadcasting.
Compass.
Set for adventure.
All right, let's journey on. Hello, welcome to Journey On. My name is Andy McGuire. I'm very happy that you are here to join us, and you can see everything's a little bit different today because we're starting with a very special guest. In fact, one of the performers, that's a Tin Pan Knight, is helping us out with our opening this morning. I would like everyone to please welcome Lou Bowman. I love that our audience is a bunch of cat meows. Dragons are out there. Lou, how are you doing today?
Good.
Good. That's really great. We're really happy to have you joining us. So we have a few questions about being a Tin Pan Knight. Now, you've played Jules and the character Lou. We know your name's Lou, but the character Lou. Do you have a favorite character that you've played so far?
Lou.
Lou's your favorite? What makes Lou your favorite?
Because it's my name.
Because it's your name. Okay. All right. Now, in this adventure of the Tin Pan Knights, we went looking for the absent king. What kind of happens there? Can you set up the story for us a little bit?
We met Rhyme and Simon.
Okay, we meet Rhyme and Simon. All right.
We found the water that was hard to be seen.
Okay. All right.
And
Yeah, those are really good places to start. So one of the things, Lou, that I think you do a really great job as one of the Tin Pan Knights is that you're very ingenuitive. Do you know what ingenuity means?
no.
It means that you're really creative. You find a lot of really interesting solutions to some of the problems that we give our characters. And I think that you do such a good job of really caring about the characters. And you're really fun to watch in that. So is there an adventure so far in the Tin Pan Knights between the Absent King or the Living Scarecrows or some of our earlier stuff that you like the best? Is there a story you like the best so far?
I probably like the Scarecrow the best.
The Scarecrows the best? The Scarecrows ended up being really fun characters for us. I bet you will see them again here sometime soon. And next week you will meet some goblins too. So there'll be some little more fun creatures going on. Yeah, right? Okay, so I think what we should do probably next is head off to the Tin Pan Kingdom. And you know what we need to do to get there, right?
Yes.
We need some
Magic.
Yeah. So, since you are a very special guest today, Lou, the first part of our magic formula is going to be your favorite color. What do we use?
Yellow.
Yellow! You know what? Yellow is my favorite color, too. All right, so yellow is going to be our favorite color. Next, we're going to use our favorite animal, which is?
Chicken.
Chicken. All right, great. So yellow, chicken, put it in my old mind brain. And then finally, we'll use your favorite food.
Macaroni and cheese and peas.
Macaroni, cheese, and beans. Peas. Beans?
Peas.
Peas. Macaroni and cheese and peas. All together. That's one thing altogether. That is the whole meal.
Yes.
That sounds awesome. I've never thought to put peas in macaroni and cheese. All right, so we are going to use our magic gatherers, and we're going to gather some magic from above us. We're going to gather it from the side, and we're going to gather it from the other side, and we're going to grab it from below us. Hold it tight, right in your hands. And we're going to whisper our magic formula into our hands, we're going to say yellow chicken, macaroni and cheese and peas. This is a story about the Tin Pan Knights. A story about a kingdom without a king, where our heroes were forced to save themselves from new dangers that threatened their land. A story where monsters could be friendly and friends could be monstrous. A story where amazing tales are in every room of your home. This is a story about you. The next piece of the story was filmed at the George Daly Digital Theater Camps and is meant to be acted out, so please stand up and journey on with us. In today's adventure, we'll be traveling with Lou. Jules, who is holding the Jade Songbird and wearing a pair of quick feet boots. Nevada, with the Great Leap Cape, the coolest of all the knights. And Harper, who will use amazing detective skills. Our heroes have traveled to the King's Castle in the Tin Pan Kingdom, anxious to find out why the Scarecrows didn't get any orders. When they arrive, they find that there is a new wall located just prior to the King's Keep, guarded by a giant mechanical monster. They set out to get over the wall. Jules first tries to climb up the side, but was unable to get a sturdy handhold and was forced to climb back down. Lou, thinking fast, was able to grab some pieces around her and a series of items from their backpack and create a makeshift ladder. They used the ladder to help everyone get up over the wall where they met the mechanical monster. To distract the robot, Harper threw a piece of rock past its eyes. It turned around and was completely distracted. While this happened, Nevada leaped with the Great Leap Cape high up into the air and landed directly on the robot's head. The robot, startled, turned around and threw Nevada to the ground. Nevada tried to kick the legs out from underneath the robot, but as it fell, it picked up Harper in its hands. Harper, thinking quickly, decided he would try to reason with the robot. After all, they are both there to help the king, right?
Let us help you. We're here to help, not hurt.
The robot agreed and used its extending arms to get our heroes across the moat into the inner part of the king's castle. On the other side of the moat, they met a strange person called Ryman Simon, who claimed to have kidnapped the king, or at least hidden him from sight. But before they could find him, they would have to go through his rhyming games, where he would test their rhyming skills. Hello, I'm Ryman Simon, and this is Ryman Simon's Rhyme Off. First, could you rhyme for me the word dog? The knights thought and thought and thought, and then answered,
Fog.
Lucky guess, but next, could you rhyme for me the word cat? The knights thought and thought and thought, and then answered,
Bat.
Okay, you were able to get that, but how about willow? Rhyme for me the word willow. The knights thought and thought and thought, and then answered,
Pillow.
Ooh, you were good, but we have one more thing to solve. A little poem. If you want to find your king, where, oh where could your royalty be? Look under the water, that's hard to see. Jules and Lou got to work looking around them. They investigated the moat, they looked behind rocks, they were trying to figure anything out that could be water that was hard to see. But then Lou had an idea. Lou pulled out their spyglass. Now, what made this unique is that it looked like an ordinary spyglass. However, it helped its holder to see things that were unseen. And so using the spyglass, Lou looked around the area until they got to a rock. The rock had 3 wavy lines that could only be seen through the spyglass, and it occurred to Lou that this was it. The wavy lines was the water, and the rock was hard. It was the water that was hard to see. Together, the Knights decided they would move the rock and they would send Lou and Jules down to explore the bunker, while Harper and Nevada stayed up to play cards with their new robot friend. As they descended into the bunker, Lou and Jules saw a portrait of the king. So lifelike, it was almost like the king was sitting right there. And next to the king was another riddle etched into the wall. It read, "Where, oh where, could our royalty be? Beyond the tulip land that borders the inside sea, travel down the chocolate river and overcome the wood's dark shiver. Find the queen of ravens who gives safe havens from those gossiping goblins with pointy-eared noggins. Keep your wits, try not to flee when you go underground to find royalty." Lou and Jules realized this could be a map to find the king, and they quickly exited the bunker, only to find Ryman Simon gone and Nevada and Harper with the mechanical monster sleeping soundly after a hard game of playing cards. They woke up their friends, gathered their things, and went off to find the absent king.
I used to really not like brushing my teeth. Have you ever not wanted to brush your teeth? But then I learned you can take something that you really like to do, like I really like to sing, and you can use it to make the thing you don't like to do a little bit more fun. My mom calls it a spoonful of sugar, but I don't really get that, because isn't that why we're supposed to be brushing our teeth, to get all the sugar out of our mouths? So I like to sing throughout the day all the time, and it makes everything that I do a little bit more fun. My cat, Bitsy, really likes to sit in my chair, and when she sits in my chair, I think she looks like a business kitty. So whenever I need her to get out of my chair so I can sit, I sing her a song called Business Bitsy. Business Bitsy, business Bitsy, Bitsy business, business Bitsy, Bitsy business. Business Bitsy, business Bitsy, business Bitsy, Bitsy business, Bitsy business. You can make up songs lots of different ways. For instance, if you are standing around in your kitchen dancing like a dinosaur, your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa can ask you questions like, what does a dinosaur look like when it dances? What kind of moves does a dinosaur do? Does it stomp? Does it glide? What's the name of your dinosaur dance? And so you can decide, you want to have a stomping dinosaur dance or a gliding dinosaur dance. And so then you can take that and you can turn it into your own song and make it up all by yourself. Or you can take a song that already exists and you can change the lyrics to be whatever you want them to be. My toothbrushing song is based on a song you might know called Baby Shark. Do you know that one? Here's how my toothbrushing song goes. Do you want to hear it? The first part of my song is about making sure I don't get toothpaste everywhere, because it can be really fun to squirt around, but it gets out of control really fast. So it goes, Dots a lot, do 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 do. Dots a lot, do 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 do. Dots a lot, do 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 do. Dots a lot. Then we have to put the water on our toothbrush. H2O, do 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 do. H2O, do 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 do. H2O, do 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 do. H2O. And then we have to brush from the bottom of the teeth to the top of the teeth. And then we have to remember that we need to brush every single tooth. Every tooth, do 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 do. Every tooth, do 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 do. Every tooth, do 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 do. Every tooth. Then we have to remember to start from the bottom. From the base, do 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 do. From the base, do 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 do. From the base, do 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 do. From the base. And the very last thing to remember is that we want to brush lightly in short, round strokes. Short, round strokes, do 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 do. Short, round strokes, do 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 do. Short, round strokes, do 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 do. Short, round strokes. Happy brushing!
Hey chaps, welcome back to the land of make something. It's your old pal Tommy Tinkersmith. Sorry I missed you guys last week. We were off seeing me mum. So I was thinking on me travels, what's the nightiest part of being a knight? And the answer is helping people. You gotta have a keen eye if you're gonna find people in need. Like one time I saw this elderly lady. She was struggling across the road with her arms full of groceries. She could just barely make it. So I jumped right into action. I went running right up and said, "Excuse me, Mum, do you need some help?" And she said, "Oh, that would be very nice, Mr. Tinkersmith." And I carried her groceries and helped her across the way, right up to her doorstep. And she said, "Oh, gosh, sir, you are a hero." And that's all it takes to be a hero. Isn't that fantastic? That brings us to today's special project. We're going to make the famous beeping binoculars so that we all can look for those people in need and lend a helping hand. Let's get to it. For this project, you will need 2 toilet paper tubes, some construction paper, double-sided tape, school glue, clothespins, some clear, colorful plastic, like these party bags, a piece of yarn, a hole puncher, a pair of scissors, you'll need a big person to help with those, and some colorful tape. Our first step is to carefully measure and then cut out pieces of construction paper the right size to cover the tubes. You're going to grab the school glue, put some on, and then carefully roll that piece of construction paper right on there. Now here's a good tip. Grab a clothespin and pin both sides so that it doesn't peel off. You gotta do that twice. 2 times. So you got 2 bits of the binoculars. That's half. Now while that's drying, you get your sharp pair of scissors. Might need an adult for this bit. And we're gonna cut out the side panel of your Pop-Tart box. Now, if you don't have a Pop-Tart box laying around empty, you could use a cereal box or any kind of thin cardboard. The secret to this project being really cool is going to be to find something called colored cellophane, which is a fancy word for saran wrap or clear plastic. You can probably find this in your mum's wrapping paper kind of area. Or you can go find some little clear plastic baggies that's in the party section at your local department store. Now we're going to take that really sticky double-sided tape and put it around right on the edge of the tube. Now I've cut a little piece of this red cellophane. There it is. I'm going to put it right on the top over the end like a lens and carefully fold it down onto the sticky stuff. Careful. There you go. Now we're going to take that colored tape. You're going to carefully wrap it right around to cover up those messy edges there. Snip it off, and then there you go. Now, have an adult help you with the scissors. Clip off any extra little scraggles coming out. Good, we've got them both done, so we'll get our little piece of Pop-Tart box, and we're gonna curve it a little bit. Perfect. Now put a line of school glue on the top of each tube, and grab your little piece of cardboard. Stick it on there, pin it down so it doesn't wiggle away. Other side now. Now you just have to wait for it to dry. Now we're gonna make 2 holes with a hole puncher so that we can attach our string here. Now the other side, starting to look like binoculars. Our final step is to glue down a little snip of construction paper across the top of all binoculars. We're done. There you go, friends. We've got them finished. Our very famous beeping binoculars. Now let's give them a try. You just look through and you look around like this, and when you see somebody in need, you just go beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. I see somebody needing help right now. I'd better go. Until next time, I'm Tommy Tinkersmith. This is the land that makes something. Keep creating. Beep, 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 beep. I'm coming. Beep, 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 beep.
And that about does it for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to the Tin Pan Knights for the adventure, and to Allison for her singing and her toothbrushing tips. Thanks to Tommy Tinkersmith for helping us make the beeping binoculars. We hope that you can find a lot of people to help out there, because there's always someone who needs just a little bit of help. Thank you to Mahaska Communications Group. Did you know that this Friday, they're going to be starting to air our episodes at 8 o'clock. 8 a.m. Friday morning, there will be episodes of Journey On, and then over the weekend, they're going to take multiple episodes and put them together. So if you wanted to watch them all at one time, you can watch them on MCG at 8 o'clock in the mornings on Friday and Saturday. So we hope that you enjoy us on the big television screen. As we're leaving today, we've got one last special treat for you. Ruby Prendergast, who did some singing in an early episode, improvised a song while we were in theater camp, and we enjoyed it so much that we wanted to share it with all of you. So we really hope you like it, and as always, journey on.
And so did you pick a word, Ruby?
Yeah, I think I might use the second word, antelope.
Antelope. All right. So to close out the day, let's hear a improvised song about antelope.
Once upon a time there was an antelope in the forest of bay. That antelope had a child, and they ate 6 leaves every day. They ate 6 leaves every day. The antelopes lived a happy life all throughout the days. The antelopes lived a happy life all throughout the days.
Woo!
I love that. That was great.
That was wonderful. That had such a, I wanted to be out in the forest singing as I
Bravo.
walked along the trail, Ruby. Thank you for that. That made my
Yes.
heart soar.
As
right.
enthusiastically as possible.
Hat. How about that? As loud as a volcano.
No, you have to say it with so